I literally slipped away to make coffee, and then I'm like, I can't. I have no audio. I'm not doing good tech support for this call. That's for sure. I'm like, I can see your I can see your lips moving. I can't hear nothing. So then, since I didn't hear anything, how was your week? Or I guess it's been 2 weeks since we saw you last. So
Me? Yeah.
were you last week or?
No, I wasn't here last week. And sorry, I
Okay,
haven't
okay,
watched the whole video. I went on YouTube and watched part of it and then haven't finished it.
that's okay. It was super long last week, but it was great conversation with me
Well,
reflecting how I've
yeah.
built audience over the last 4 or 5 years. So I was like, okay, this is not where I thought the conversation was going, but it worked out perfect. There's another recording. I haven't uploaded it because we did a bonus extra hour or 45 minutes of showing how to make videos using one of the softwares that we use to make AI videos, which can help you make videos if that's kind of one of the ways you want to make content. There's many, many different ways to make content. So we've been using a bunch of different software to make Dubai real estate channel or spiritual videos or stuff that Julie's been putting on her channels for like 6 months. So anyway,
Well, I got some more information to put on my channel. So I was in one of
perfect,
the Facebook groups that I'm in.
perfect,
Somebody posted, and he's writing from the point of view of living with Lewy body dementia, and he wrote a book. So I reached out to him, asked him if I could use some of his stuff in my videos, and he go, feel free, use it all. So I got the book
perfect,
yesterday. So I haven't read the book yet, but I'm going to tie it in. And then what I'm going to do is in the comments, I'm going to tie in his Amazon link to his book so that people could
perfect,
purchase his book and read his book, which is what I'm all about, is educating people.
perfect. And you're already thinking about inserting links, right? Because I know, and I've covered, it's what I did when I was in Dubai for 12 days is talk to educators and business owners and doctors. Like every meeting, it was literally like, okay, I know somebody's taking care of your tech support stuff, wink, wink, but how can we grow your audience more on social media? Then, it's just looking through accounts. And I'm like, you have books and you're not referencing any of your books in your social media posts or this or this or this. And they're like, how did you learn all this stuff? I'm like, has been applying it for years and seeing it slowly gain traction, right? So, especially with YouTube, having books or linking your videos to your other videos, so that way when somebody discovers you, you're instructing them to go and watch, consume more of your content or similar content, right? So,
Hmm.
and David, Mr. Rudenauer, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
You doing good? How's your weather?
Uh, Kind of cloudy, but I don't think it's going to rain or anything. But
Oh
it's
well,
not good.
it's funny because I got back from Dubai, and of course it's hot over there. New Jersey, as soon as I got here, it's kind of like rainy, kind of cold. Not really cold, but not definitely a shift from what I was experiencing in the Middle East. And then I look at the weather, I'm like, well, of course it's hurricane season. There's a hurricane coming up the East Coast, and it was fizzling out, but I'm not realizing it's August and it's hurricane season. So of course it's when it's kind of like it's kind of a weird temperature, kind of weird weather. Like hurricane winds. This makes sense. So
Yeah, it's been comfortable around here. It's been in the 70s and about high of around 80, 82, something like that. So it's been
Mike's
nice.
being a big baby because it is
I'm
actually
just saying,
really nice here.
The
hey,
roof's still,
for like Tuesday, Wednesday, it was kind of weird. But of course, I was jet lagged, and I was like, wait a minute, it's not hot anymore. It's cold. I put a sweater on.
yeah,
So
after getting out at 130 degrees, yeah.
well, it was also that. We weren't planning our original plans for our trip. We weren't planning to be in New Jersey this long. Like we were planning to already be back in Canada and fly to Dubai from Canada. And then we realized we couldn't fly to Dubai from Toronto because they blocked all flights to the Middle East because of whatever, safety concerns. And then Air Canada was going to have a strike. And I'm like, there's no point me going back to Canada. It's cheaper to fly to New York. And then there's way less travel because, anyway, long story short, you know, being parked at Julio's house for like 3 weeks, we're in direct sun and it was hot. And then when Julie went, parked the camper for 10 days, 12 days, you're in the middle of the forest. So much more shade.
Mhm.
So, just kind of interesting. Learn a lot, exploring New Jersey and all the different areas of it. So, anyway. And the other David, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good. Actually,
How
Jeanette
did,
and I did some taping of her stuff, but
okay, perfect.
trying different things, haven't posted
It's,
it.
it's a lot of work. Running a business is a lot of work. Coming up with new ideas is a lot of work, and then promotion or like creating content is a full-time job. And I have multiple full-time jobs. So if I feel like I'm behind this week, I'm just like, oh wait, I traveled. This came up. This came up. I've had a lot of it's also I had a lot of meetings, and I'm like last week. You were there the whole class. So how did you find it flowed? Because how did you find the class last week? I know it was super long, but then of course we packed so much in, and you know, you're brand new kind of to my community, so I brought in somebody else's who is relatively new, but we're finding that we have so many um synergies on how we built our businesses, and of course I just met him last year, so it's kind of interesting how me for like 5 years following one type of technique with meeting other business owners. We ran into each other and we've been using the same strategy, not knowing each other. So
Yeah, it was long, but I stayed for the whole thing, so obviously found it useful. So, yeah.
perfect, perfect. So yeah, because my wife asked me afterwards how it went, and I'm like, people stay till the end. This is kind of our routine with doing like YouTube lives, is like starting conversation, starting a video, starting conversation, seeing who shows up, and then as soon as the audience kind of starts withering away, it's like, okay, end it now. End it now, but there's a lot. So, and I'll the other video's actually uploaded, but I haven't finished. I haven't posted it. It's still marked private. I haven't posted it anywhere. And that was the training for using Syllabi to make the AI videos. So I've had a couple more people ask me about that, and it's like, okay, we're getting there. I'm just working full time, multiple jobs, so little bit behind this week with inviting people, and hence we got a class of four. We got a class of five. So um, last last week, one of my friends, somebody new to this, she's dropped in a couple times, but she works on Saturdays doing massage therapy. Roxy had asked about how do we repurpose content. So we've been using, I'm gonna go bring up the website here and then I'll share my screen so you can visually see what I'm gonna show you. So we've been using for about 2 years, we've been using something called Repurpose, which really just links our social media accounts together. It doesn't link the audiences together, but what it does is it makes sure that your videos, when you post them, either to YouTube or Facebook or whatever social media platform, they're automatically sent to your others, so you can still, start growing your audience in multiple places. So we've been using it on a few different accounts for about 2 years, and not realizing we were going to teach a YouTube university. It had nothing to do with YouTube. It was really just our growing audiences. We're just like, hey, we're making video content. What's the easiest way to get it posted everywhere? So we
If
just
you
looked.
want the
We were just looking
backstory,
for. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the backstory is I wasn't gonna go post all my own videos anywhere, so I told Mike to find me a solution, and then this is the solution Mike found me.
But I think when we started 2 years ago, there was a ton of different softwares that did it. So we just picked the one that seemed to be the simplest and most straightforward to use. And I'm trying to figure out why nothing is loading, but we're both on our Starlink, so that might be why. So my main job's technology consultant. I find products, services, tools that are easy for my customers to use that they're not going to complain too much about. So that's really why we chose repurpose.io. And I'm still trying to figure out why it's not loading. Okay, what is going on here? I'm literally logged into it in one browser session. That might be why. Okay.
So here's a
And
question.
if you're, oh, sorry,
Yeah,
David, I was just going to say, just before you ask your question, if you're wondering who the most difficult client is, I am Mike's most difficult client. That's why he's really good at dealing with everybody because I'm like his most difficult person to deal with.
So yeah, there's so many different softwares, right? And you say you pick the easiest one, but how do you pick or pick the how do you pick one, right? Without trying them and learning and spending all the time in them. That's
that's literally what I have to do. It's the same because, I'm dealing with Mac users, I'm dealing with Windows users, I'm dealing with Linux users, I'm dealing with iPhone users, Android users. You typically business owners come to me, they're like, hey, here's what I'm using. My workflows suck. Or, somebody told me to use this program for my email and it worked great for 2 years. And now there's error messages or et cetera. So it's like, okay, you have a problem. There's 10 different solutions to it. We literally just have to start testing solutions. I may lose them as a client at that moment because they're not willing to go through testing different software, but every successful business owner out there who has made it more than 5 years has literally made their business that long because they are figuring out their workflows. If something's not too expensive, it's not working, there's no ROI, they get rid of it, they move on to the next thing. But the whole point is to find a way to make it work. It's like, what vehicle do you choose to drive every day? Just like find something that fits. And yes, sure, it's going to be time consuming, cumbersome, possibly expensive, but you're either going to be stuck in a place with no way out, or you find a solution to fix it. So this is what I saw for business owners, is come in. If you don't like this software, try something else. You may have been sold something by a salesperson at a store or a different tech consultant. If it doesn't work, I have a call today with somebody who has like two websites and they don't know which one to go with. And I'm like, well, you either set up two different domains, a .com, two different websites, and then test traffic to each, or you're gonna have to pick one design and go with it. So, I'm gonna have to do the task of sitting down and reading their mind and figuring out what they actually wanted, what their real goal is to move forward. So, anyway, let me just verify. I got repurpose loaded. I'm just gonna log out and log back in and make sure that process works, and then I'll show you my screen. But this is part of the reason is, we've given you this challenge to, in order to start making content, write ideas, get the stories recorded, figure out how you want to make videos because you might be making them on, your computer with your webcam. You have to figure out and choose how you want to make videos going forward, right? If they're you This is why we introduced AI videos last week. There's other AI video platforms I can show you because I'm literally using four of them right now just to test them. So yeah, I'm spending money on four different platforms. I've given delegated my wife to use syllabi that we showed last week in class, and it's not perfect. We know it's not perfect, but not none of the other ones are really perfect either. There's always going to be pros and cons with each platform. And one will be good for 6 months and then it'll piss you off. And then so I'm using a bunch of them right now, but I'm hiring people to show me how to use them. So I'm investing in my business and in my knowledge to figure out what's actually going to work for um, what's going to be easiest, what I can train somebody else on, and how we can make or produce a lot of videos in a short period of time that actually bring in a return on investment. Because my goal is to, hey, we're going to make videos in a bunch of different niches on YouTube and learn what works well, what doesn't work well, consult with other business owners and teach them how to do that. And I also need to drive more business for my cybersecurity business, because service calls go up and down, up and down. So not every single month I make the same amount of money. The summer is the roughest patch because everybody's on. Doesn't matter what country you're in, Canada, USA, or Dubai. Everybody's on summer vacation, typically like May till end of August. So that's like the slowest period in the business. And then it starts ramping up. But then, of course, you still have to, reactivate your audience and say, hey, we were doing this a couple months ago. Are you, do you need the same type of support in the future? What new products and services do I need to come up with as a business owner in order to get more, reactivate my clients into buying more from us, right? So it's just always the ups and downs of business and learning new skills and figuring out how to get your messaging out there. So, okay. So I was able to log back into Repurpose. So I'm just gonna, okay. So let's go into screen share and let's see what lets me do this. Share entire screen. Minimize that. Let me see my screen.
What you see is you started screen sharing, and then it says double click to enter full screen mode. That's all I see.
I just see you are screen sharing and it's a black. Uh,
Yes,
okay.
we did not see anything, Mike.
Interesting. Okay. It says I'm screen sharing.
Do you know how to screen share? Do you need me to come help?
You can come help me.
Okay.
Screen share. I moved down. How long? Anytime. Okay. So when you go to screen shares, yeah, go there. First, stop screen sharing. You have to stop it first.
Wow, I'm
Okay.
already screen sharing.
Okay, well, stop it first because let's reset it. Is the internet that much worse out here?
Well, I keep getting a message that I got shaky
Well,
internet
maybe we should
connection.
come outside because I'm having no issues at the picnic table right by the dish. Because that seems weird that you can't just get off a screen share. Because what? It just stopped. It's frozen.
you didn't pray to Gates or Musk properly.
I'm in two places at once. Obviously, Mike's internet did well. So we're gonna try to load that up. I'm gonna bring it up on my computer too. Well, he's doing that, so I will bring this up as okay. Since I'm already recording it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I crashed my recording.
It did. I've got your recording. Okay, let's screen share this. There's the repurpose. I don't think we need sounds. Why is it not showing me? The heck? Okay. I want this, right? Why is it doing it so small? And why is it not showing?
You have to drag your window over. It's behind your Zoom window.
Oh my gosh. Why is that? Okay, there we go. So give me a thumbs up or whatever if you guys can see this repurpose. Perfect. Okay. Okay, Mike, you walk us through it.
Okay, so literally it is just to, you'll see that, there's videos here. That would be YouTube Shorts, that's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It doesn't really matter what you're using for social medias. It works with everything. So Twitch, LinkedIn, whatever you're using, this will connect them all. And once it notices a new video posted on one of your social medias, it grabs it and reposts it to all your others within about 2 to 3 hours. Um, so we we've been, as I said, we've been using it for a couple years on a couple accounts because yeah, my wife was making stuff on YouTube religiously, like literally she's been making stuff on YouTube for 4 years.
At least 3 years straight now.
Okay.
Every day, pretty much. I feel like I should be more successful at this point.
However, at a certain point, she had dropped off of using Instagram and Facebook because realistically, unless you love social media, you don't want to spend that much time on it. All my business coaches have told me post every single day, every single hour of every single day, but just post, don't consume it. But I know a lot of people kind of fall into that, doom scroll where you go on to post something, you see a funny video, and then you lose like half hour to 3 hours of your life because you're scrolling through videos. So we want to use social media to create an audience. And of course, you want to comment, but we want to really try to limit how much, time you spend on there because if it's not productive, you're gonna not be happy with yourself in months and years down the road. So anyway, so there might be a few other tools to do this type of thing, but we found these guys years ago. And then when we were in the doing all the we became YouTube partners in September of 2024 with our first monetized accounts on YouTube. And then in February, YouTube had all these parties around. So we went to YouTube training events in New York, in New Orleans, and Nashville. We did like 5 of them in a month, right? And they told us, hey, all the successful creators use Repurpose. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're already using that. So we're like, okay, this is how, not realizing how to control
organic traffic that you're already creating. And if you don't, you're like, what's organic traffic? So as you grow, as you're posting videos on social media, if you have an intent behind it, you're asking your followers to like, comment, share, follow you, buy from you, book a meeting with you, like whatever your call to action is. Um, you're asking your followers to do something, right? So then I'm like, oh, so what we've been unintentionally doing is we've been posting videos on YouTube and sharing them to our other social medias, and those audiences, if they follow you on, if they go from watching you on Instagram or Facebook and they go over to your YouTube and subscribe to your YouTube, you've just created organic traffic, your own traffic flow. And this is truly how businesses end up I can't use the word blowing up in Middle East. They already warned me about that. Literally, I was warned by a content creator. I couldn't use that word when I was in Abu Dhabi. So as you're growing,
Sensitive about that word, Mike.
oh yes, very sensitive. I was in a coffee shop. He's like, you can never use that word anymore in this country, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I've just, in order to grow and nurture your audience, you want them to follow you, right? But you don't know exactly where you find your audience. You don't know if it's in person or from these random posts that you're posting on all these different social media platforms, right? So we want to make our lives easy. The whole point of this YouTube University is one piece of content per week. I'm not asking you to do more. I'm asking you to do one piece of content per week. So if we post that piece of content on YouTube, yeah, we could go manually post it everywhere else. Or we can use a tool like this that will automatically sense that you've posted something new on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube and automatically po grab it and post it onto those other platforms in the way that they actually like you to post on the other platforms. I've had a little, any big content creators you see out there on the internet likely are using a tool like this. They may have a team managing it for them, but they've learned how to use this tool, add their call to actions, like subscribe to their course and buy their course, whatever the call to action is. We want people to see you many times per the day, per every week, and we want to give them some instructions, right? So I don't really need to go through their website that much. They're just bragging that they have 435,000 creators using their stuff. A lot of It's surprising to me that a lot of people don't know this exists, but unless you were planning to spend money on promoting your business, you probably didn't know a tool like this existed. But it works with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, Pinterest. I'm guessing if I know all of these. So that would be
X,
X,
Instagram,
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. I don't even know that. What's
I
the
think that's
last one?
It might be Blue Sky. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. Amazon, really? People have Amazon.
This works with a lot that we're not even
I
using.
didn't even know. What is that?
Twitch.
Oh God.
That's where I just set up our daughter with a Twitch account,
Okay.
but I don't
Yeah.
know if she's live streaming there yet or not. Google. So anyway, regardless, there's a ton of ways to automatically synchronize your content across all these platforms. So I'm just gonna log into Julie's account just to show you what it looks like, and then I've set up I haven't started using this tool for the I Am YouTube Famous YouTube University, but the accounts there, the connections are set up. I just haven't turned them on yet. So we'll go and turn all those on today and we'll see how it helps me grow. I think it's just because I haven't set up social media accounts specifically for the YouTube Famous group yet, because everything's work and planning. Why is your account not even showing up?
I don't know.
Well, I was logged into it this morning. I'm gonna stop the screen share for a second and then we'll go in there.
I don't
Are
know.
you on Chrome then?
That's weird. My account is already set up there. Is it the Julianne Duffy or is it my
Yeah,
Breathe
I
Within?
tested it this morning.
It's not an option on there?
No.
I can't remember the password. I have the two different passwords, and then I always forget which one's which. Good thing you know my own password, six.
Worst tech support user ever.
Yeah, exactly. I married you, so I don't have to deal with my own tech. And then you can just yell at me whenever I'm not doing it right.
It dropped the Instagram connection again.
Oh,
Tech support, fun. Okay, where's Zoom down here? Okay. Share.
because that's not Insta. Oh, that's again the
I know,
real
but the
quick fix.
workflow looks like it's broken.
It happens all the time with
Okay,
Instagram.
well, we'll fix it then.
I don't know why it always.
Because look, Instagram's missing off this window. So it's a good thing I'm in here. I have to fix it. Okay, so this is the only problem you're ever going to run into with technology is actually fixing technology when it breaks.
So in fairness, like what Mike was talking about is I don't have issues with it posting on Facebook. I don't have issues with it posting on TikTok because it's actually how it's going is everything goes to YouTube and then I make sure that you know where back at the beginning we talked about playlists. So all the videos get put in one playlist. That playlist is actually linked to Repurpose. And then once a video goes live from that playlist, it then pushes it to the Facebook, the TikTok, and Instagram. But I consistently have issues with Instagram where it breaks the flow and Mike or I have to go in and reconnect it. I don't know why it's just Instagram
you
because
can
it's
see right here. So we're logged into Julie's account that she's been using for a couple years. So her connection. So I'll just show you the side panel here because the most important thing to worry about is connections and then workflows, because if you don't have any connections, you can't make a workflow. So her Facebook is right here. It doesn't say anything about an expiration date.
She never had problems with
Yes, but
Facebook. Just
it's
Instagram.
because Instagram says it expires after 40 days. So every 40 days you have to come and fix it.
Is Instagram not owned by the same company as Facebook? Are they not the same Meta?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have an account on both platforms. It'd still be different API calls.
That's so weird. Okay, sure.
So how any of this stuff works, I'll get really technical, is through an API call. So API call just means that you're allowing one software to talk to another piece of software through something called an API call. You don't need to know anything else about API calls. If you know anything about computer science, you already know them. If not, just forget I said API calls. But this is why this Instagram right here says token expires every 40 days. So it might be 40 days since the last time we fixed it.
It feels like it hasn't been that long.
Okay, whatever. Because of course, when you're using any technology, you want to make sure if you set this stuff up and you create workflow and you connect them, that you actually go verify the end results. This is not set it and forget it. This is set it and make sure it's actually working. So you post something, go and check in a couple, if you just do something basic like add your YouTube and connect it to Facebook, just set up one. You have to set up all your connections separately anyway. You'll see them right here under workflows.
The one thing it does do, which is nice, it Repurpose will email you. So whenever I have that it had problems connecting to Instagram, I get a notification, and then we usually go in at that point and reconnect it.
Collapse this. So there we go. Okay. So right now you can see that YouTube is going to Facebook, YouTube is going to TikTok. The Instagram is missing. So they have like templates. I'm not gonna get myself confused in that. I literally just want to go down to YouTube. So here's the instruction. Okay, so type, and then Julie was referring to playlists. This is talking since it logs into your YouTube, it's going to see all your um playlists. So
I might have a lot of playlists.
you do, but that's okay because this is a good. I don't have this amount of playlists, so if you want, if you or since this is recording and this is being recorded for future audiences, if you want all your repurpose will grab. You have to tell it if it's going to ask you if you want all future content repurposed or historical. You can do it all. You can choose how you want to use it, right? I'm not telling you there's any right or wrong way to do it because I have been using it for 2 years and I don't have a million subscribers, so I'm using it. Is it effective? It works. I may need to I may need to learn a better way of using it, but there's Julie's got a ton of playlists, right? So just to show you, you could
It's usually all of them I put on messages from
which one?
messages from
Messages, okay.
That's all of them. No.
This is the current one that she's using, right? So this is what we're posting actively, all future videos from that playlist to her Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I think I said that right. Okay, type. So
Just all videos. Right.
there we go. There's certain platforms like TikTok, they're only going to let you post 10-minute or shorter videos, but it's okay because what Repurpose will do is it will automatically auto clip your videos or give you the option of clipping them yourself. It's all built in. It's just something you're going to have to start, if you're interested in using this as a tool to synchronize your social media platforms. um, I'm not expecting perfection overnight. It might be play with it, test the outputs, go verify. Because I think we've had to modify it for my wife. I think messaging. You were wondering where some certain words were coming from, and I'm like, oh, I think it's copying some stuff out of your like YouTube. Just like it was,
It wasn't copying the whole
you
thing.
didn't like what it was posting on Instagram, so we had to go and change what words it was
Well,
grabbing.
no, because I think I was using old words too.
Yeah,
So
well, that's
now if I
fine. It's
upload
just
it,
one of those.
yeah.
It's just one of those heads up. If you're using a tool, you're just gonna have to set it up and go and test what it's outputting just to verify you like it. Because if you forget about it and somebody's like, "Hey, I saw your Instagram or your Facebook post," but you're posting old stuff or like a call to action is old or a link is old, like you just want to. It happens. It happens when you use tools. Okay, so grabbing everything from YouTube, all shorts and videos from that playlist, and we're gonna go over to Instagram. And we're gonna hit create workflow and see if it complains. See, it's pulling up all of your. So here you'll see here that says Instagram Reels supports videos of up to 15 minutes.
So this one that's 22, my live, they would only do the first 15 minutes and
Yeah,
then it would
they're
cut
gonna
up.
clip it. And this is me exposing you to how the internet works. So if you're doom scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok and you see those videos that get cut off, it's probably because they're using a tool like this. And then if you like that video,
You have to
then you're doing that mad dash to go find that creator somewhere else on the internet and go watch the rest of their videos. And guess what? I've done that. That is the clear definition of organic traffic.
Yes, it is.
There's this one channel I watch, and it's like a lady. Oh, you're probably watching it too.
Which one?
The one that is documenting the life of Amish people.
Oh, I've seen some of hers.
Her
Yeah.
videos get cut off all the time because I bet she's using this. So anyway,
You have to go hunt for the Amish.
yeah, but no, that you're creating an audience who somebody doesn't know you. They watched your video. It was intriguing enough. If the video's there fully, they'll watch it and then they'll go look for you. But if there's a cliffhanger, then they're really gonna go find you. So so yeah.
So these are these all the ones that didn't get pushed through since it last pushed through? So is that how long it's been since my last
Well,
if I go through
you're asking me a question I don't have an answer to.
Well, you're the one that's been using it more. That's why I asked you.
I set it up and I verify it works.
Okay.
Do I spend hours per day in this interface? No.
Okay. Well, I have no idea where the
Well,
last
I'm just
one
going
was.
based on date. You're just scrolling down from dates. So August 23rd was at the top, and this is,
The 9th of August.
or this is the ones that's all gonna queue because it hasn't worked.
Maybe.
You'd
I
have
have
to
no
get your
idea.
device.
I don't even go on Instagram. I
Well,
don't even know how to use. I don't.
okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter if you go
I'm
on
a
Instagram.
good tech
It doesn't
student.
matter if you go on Instagram or not. I'm just saying that I want to know when your last video was posted on your Instagram. Ugh, too bright out here. Okay, so anyway, that's okay. Let me just go. Is there anything else I have to do here? Because
I don't
I
think
see this
so.
auto publish is turned off, and we want it to auto publish.
Yes.
There we Okay. Maybe the connection changed. Um, the whole reason for the software is we want everything auto published, and we knew that she was missing that workflow. I want you to go on your Instagram to see what the last video was pushed. Okay. Okay, here is where it's asking about existing and future content. So I'm not going to worry about the existing content. I just want all her future stuff to go.
That's not mine. Is this like to make a post?
You took the phone away from me before I was in the right spot. So just put it down and I will go through it in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to reactivate her workflow. We may have to do this every 40 days. Normally she gets emails though that content's been published or there's something wrong. So I don't know if she hasn't seen that email or I think this is pulling up all the stuff it hasn't published.
That's what
And I'm not worried about the old stuff. I just want all the new stuff forward going. Because the main goal is
I
to
would like the old stuff to be posted too because
well,
it's not actually very
we
old.
can set up another workflow to publish the old stuff. So let's go back to connections and see if it's there. So Instagram says it's there. Then I have to go back to workflow.
So is that then the last one that I had that published? I'm searching and it's not.
It's been a month.
Yeah, and I know I would have mentioned something.
I
but
know, and I
were-
logged.
you were
I
in
will.
Dubai.
No, it's the Dubai. We already logged in and did this, so there's
Yeah.
obviously something wrong with.
I think I get kicked off more than less than 40 days
Okay.
every time.
But anyway,
Not every
so whatever. It's technology, so nothing's perfect in technology, but it's nice to have these tools working when they do actually work. So that is what her current workflow looks like right now. But this is only YouTube to Instagram, YouTube to TikTok, YouTube to Facebook. So if you are doing vice versa, she doesn't manually create any, she doesn't post anything onto any other platforms. But if you wanted everything from TikTok to go to YouTube, you'd have to go and create that link. So I'm just gonna step you through that, and then I'm gonna go log into the new account and just show you setting up one from scratch. So we're gonna say TikTok to YouTube, and we'll just see how that looks. So again, TikTok to YouTube. It gives you an option of shorts versus videos. So if you wanted everything, if you were making both shorts and videos on TikTok, then you would have to um, set up another connection. And so do one with one for video, tell it where you want to. Again, it's linked to your YouTube, so you can put it into an existing playlist or make a new one for it. If you wanted, I don't know if there's any perfect way to do it. You may want to go and create for testing purposes, maybe. If you're sending something else from TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or Twitch to YouTube, set up a brand new playlist for that type of video content, and then send your TikToks over to your YouTube playlist called TikTok. Run it for a week or two and just make sure the video's coming over in the way you want it to come over. And then um either keep it in that playlist or move it out or whatever. But any with any technology, when you set it up, you need to verify obviously it's working 100%. And Instagram wants to be reconnected after every 40 days. So once a month, you're going to have to actually check it to make sure your stuff's coming over properly. Any call to actions are coming over properly. Video format looks good. Formatting looks good because again, when you're making video, it could be portrait, which is 6:9, or landscape, which is wide. And you just want to make sure you're happy with how it looks. So I'm just gonna hit create workflow, and then we'll see what type of questions it asks me. I'm assuming the interface has changed because I want it to automatically. Okay, so there's something wrong with that account too. Anyway, when I hooked up the Instagram, there was a button for auto publish, and I had to turn that on. And there's just more settings for each one. Okay. I'm gonna go back to that Instagram connection since we know that one is broken. There's no actual settings for that one. Oh, auto publish is right there. So it's weird because when I did YouTube to Instagram,
Yeah, no, I had to turn that
auto
on.
publish was there, but it wasn't there on the TikTok one. There's not. Maybe you can't modify it afterwards. I'll turn that off for a second. I'm just gonna see if there's any settings there for text. It gives you no settings whatsoever.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go log into. I think the other thing I was looking at was calendar, where it was actually showing what it's done this month. That is weird because it's only showing Facebook.
Yeah.
It doesn't show TikTok on here for some reason, so I gotta go figure all that stuff out. Anyway. Well, I'm gonna go log into my other one, which is brand new and has nothing set up in it, just to show you setting up a brand new account. And here, as you can see, like you can start it for free. So of course we're on paid accounts on our stuff, but you can actually start for free just to get the feel of it. Because it may seem overwhelming when you're first starting it, because obviously we've been using it for a while and we're not experts with it, but it seems to be working and sending traffic from our other platforms to YouTube. So okay, let's log it to Julie's account. Okay, I thought I had already created an account. Well, let's set up a brand new one then, because I may have multiple Gmail accounts. Maybe I don't know which one I set up for the new account. Okay, I'm gonna stop that for a second.
Do you want to change angle?
You pulled down on the
No, I'm talking about this. I just put that out.
oh.
But I was wondering about if you want me to move the table.
Well, the cost is only like 6 more minutes, and I need your little battery cable because your laptop's gonna die before this is over.
Oh my God. Okay.
Anyway, did anybody have any questions about repurpose? No? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get into my new account. So I literally just set it up in Dubai because I thought I should be repurposing the content from the new YouTube channel because we've got relatively 2 videos a week in there, so there's a decent amount of content. No, it's gonna have to be plugged into the outside of the trailer. Or I have to go move in with the laptop. So
Let's see if this works if they left here.
okay. Let's see if this is the right account. Options. Okay, let's see. Well, it's 9:57 anyway.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wrap it up. I was able to get into my other account here. So okay, I was able to get into I thought I made one for the new YouTube account, but obviously I didn't, or I started it and I didn't do anything with it, and I don't know what email address I so number one thing with software is always document exactly what accounts you've set up for everything. I logged into my don't get hacked system, so this one has different time limits on it apparently. As you can see, when we logged into Julie's, it didn't have a expiration date for Facebook, but it did show one for Instagram of 40 days. My don't get hacked stuff shows my Facebook page 76 day like they all have different expiration dates except TikTok and Twitter and the YouTube. So just to keep in mind when you set up connecting one platform to another, you're gonna have to do maintenance. Make sure when you post, hook up video connections that the videos are getting posted. Repurpose has been good with sending us emails to say, hey, your video's been posted, this connection doesn't work, there's an error message, et cetera, et cetera. But that goes that that's the same type of maintenance you're gonna have to be aware of when you're recording videos. Um, it's just like I was doing Zoom recordings the first 4 or 5 weeks for some reason, even though Zoom said it was recording, it didn't record, and that felt embarrassing. Thing technical issues just, they're common. They do pop up. You just have to, ask for forgiveness, keep moving forward with stuff like that. I know I was talking to a business owner this week who does webinars. So webinars would be like online recordings where they stream them. Sometimes there's user participation, sometimes they're not, but they're this business is literally running streaming webinars, recording the webinars, and of course, attendees ask for recordings. And sometimes those recordings work well, and sometimes they don't. For me, sometimes, the Zooms have said they were going to record and they didn't. And for other people, sometimes they record them, they lose audio halfway through, and then the recording's no good and they have to redo it. So that's normal with technology. So as you start getting your video ideas ready, your scripts written, getting in front of the camera to record, editing, learning how to edit videos, learning how to connect your social media accounts together through Repurpose. Everything new that you're going to be learning, you're going to have to test out and figure out, deal with error messages as they pop up, or people being upset about certain things you post, or whatever the case may be. Things aren't always smooth. Let's see the chat. Jeanette, area is for you to share that link, that code, and if somebody signs up through the code, you'll get a percentage. Sometimes that's 10%, sometimes that's 25%. We have an affiliate code on Julie's account that we've been the main one that we use. I'll include that affiliate code when I put the recording up, and when I'll post it in on the Facebook group later. It's
I was thinking that might be if you had affiliate for something else that it would get posted onto your
No,
channel.
any software you sign up for, to like the thing that we showed last week, which was Syllabi, which is a online platform for making AI videos. They have an affiliate system where if you share your code out and somebody signs up using your code, you get you'll get a finder's fee every single.
Usually it's a credit on me account.
It just depends on the system. A lot of people ask me if I'm an affiliate marketer, and I'm like, not really. I I'll show you these tools, and I can share you. I can and I've got no problem sharing my affiliate code with you. It's not one way I make money. There's a ton of people on the internet dropping video, say, hey, sign up for this, sign up for this, sign up for this. That's because you're an affiliate for that product. And if you sign up through them, they'll make some money off of you. I it's not something I like doing, because if you have a problem or complaint with that product, I don't want to hear about it, because usually no software is perfect. And that's why we didn't drop the Syllabi affiliate code last week, because I'm pissed off at them, but I still like their product. So it's like,
So it really summarized it up. It is difficult necessarily to sell a product if you're, we use them and we like them and we're showing you the benefits, but we also don't want you to be like, if you're unhappy with it, that's kind of, that's why we don't go out of our way to sell these products, because,
Well, part of it is because you're tech support. So
well,
people,
exactly.
if it was me,
and you know
probably
what?
not so much.
And it's one of those things where I'm not going to refer you to, like, I'm going to say, hey, I'm using this right now, but I may not be using it in 3 to 6 months because of,
You found something different, something better, something you like more, which just happens often.
it's funny because, we showed Syllabi the AI software last week. I was using other AI video softwares before that, but I've physically, I'm like, hey, I like Syllabi. I've met the owner. I have his phone number. And, like I've been trying to build a relationship with them. And then all of a sudden, they made a change to their software. And I'm like, I like you, but I don't like your communication. They send out newsletters, so they're like actively promoting their products, but then they didn't actively promote a feature that they were going to get rid of, which I paid for, which I really liked using. And I was like, okay, come on. I like you, and I want to tell more people about you, but I got some ethical concerns about it. But you know what? It's software. You use it. You make videos with it.
Yeah. Well, and in fairness, I think Mike brings up like what I've struggled with multiple times is like going, okay, with an MLS, right? So let's say I've gone into
MLM.
MLM, so not MLS. I'm not selling a house, selling products. So for example, I've gone down the whole of doTERRA and Young Living, and I don't particularly sell either of them because I've had situations where, for most people, it's probably not a big deal, but for me, it shows holes in their ethics. So I'm not going to go out of my way and sell a product because I feel like, unless I can control the entire thing, those are outside my control. So if I'm selling a product and somebody else has a problem that I've kind of ran into, I can't justify that for a business that's not mine, right? I might be selling it as a third party. So I've had that too many times with certain things where I might like a lot of their products, but then something happens where I'm like, okay, I'm just buying this product from them, but I'm not going to go and sell it because I don't necessarily trust that business, right? And that's just how both Mike and I are. So it's like, we love it. If you guys want to use them and try them out, we'll put the referral links. Definitely give us a little bit of credit. We'd love to have a month or so credit on our accounts, but we're not going to be like, this is the best and you need to do it. Because if you find something better, totally let us know and share it with us as well. And we'll let you guys know if we really like something else. But again, like Mike's saying, they've changed. Like one of the software he didn't like earlier before we went to Syllabi, he's like, he didn't really like it, so we switched to Syllabi.
You didn't like I was cloning my
I
voice.
didn't like the way I don't like the way Syllabi cloned your voice either, but it doesn't matter. Nonetheless, he wasn't really happy with it. And now over the last 5, 6 months, he's gone back to it because of Syllabi's change, and it's actually better than it was back in January. So that's also what we're seeing is that there is advancements are happening really quickly with software and especially with the AI end. And is that pretty much a good summary of it, Mike?
Yeah, you just have to make sure your stuff works because obviously your
My Instagram.
Repurpose was not sending from your YouTube to your Instagram. But you know what? It worked really well for a long period of time, and I think it's just recently in the last couple of months it keeps chirping every month that it's not happy. So,
It probably knows that I don't really go into
but
LinkedIn.
this is also one of those things where Julie doesn't go on social media,
Not a
so she wouldn't be doing that auditing of it herself. Where I know some creators, influencers are on all their platforms all the time, so they know exactly they're on there manually posting stuff every single day or every single week, and they're not syncing anything automatically. So it's just one of those things, whatever you're using, you gotta ensure it's being maintained and doing what you expect it to do. And if something works really great for a really long period of time, does not guarantee future success either. I think that's the main thing is
Yeah,
that
that is
we
correct.
always have to check it's like making your videos. It's like once you're putting out videos every single week, um obviously we haven't gone into any YouTube analytics, looking at any YouTube analytics yet because we need
Content.
content being produced and we need subscribers and watch time and all that stuff. So I think it kind of comes back to the special guest we had, the first special guest we had, the professional videographer Lefteris. Create his name's Lefty. Most of his video content is, make a documentary about your brand, your business. Do the like he goes into all the nerdy stuff about videography and camera and lighting controls and editing. His number one video is an unboxing video, right? So again, this is going to be a journey, and there's all these cool things to teach you guys. But again, we don't know what's going to work well and what's not going to work well for your channel unless you're making content. And then a year down the road, we're like, hey, all these great ideas I have don't really seem to get any traction, but this dumb stuff or cat videos or dog videos get all the traction. And that's okay because you're learning the craft of storytelling.
Yeah.
And
No, and that's true. That's like 100%. I made a video, actually, I've been developing a chat, and this chat helped me develop a video of where most of the time I get more views on my shorts than I do on my longs. And this has got to be the most successful long, and it's not even long, it's 3 minutes. But I've been doing different versions, but this one was completely based on what my AI suggested. So that suggested the name, it did the thumbnail, it literally helped me create the story, which was actually about AI. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. But then I've done other versions and they've been, maybe I'll get 100 views, right? So it's sometimes I don't even know what the difference is to why. Is it just that thumbnail? Was it just the title? And like, because I'll suddenly get one where I got like 1,000 views and it's very similar to these other ones. Was it just the timing too, right? So that is, all these factors come into it. We're still fine tuning. What is it that really gets the
I think
attention, right?
I think it just really comes down to
I
repetition.
think it is
How many
too.
times people see your stuff and they may not be in the mood that particular time of day to look at your content, and then they come back later. And that's why as you post more stuff on YouTube, it will show you what time of day your audience is consuming your stuff.
Yeah. Well, and what's also interesting with that, on that note, that I'll often get that suddenly videos that I made like a year and a half ago are getting views again. So obviously, like when you link them on the back end, and as I showed by both the thumbnails, like, or not the thumbnails, with the shorts and the longs, where you can okay. So you can like connect it back to other videos, or it'll just recommend like the next video for that person. That actually is, again, that's what we've talked about, and what was highlighted by the YouTube professional is, once you've got that content, you can get them stuck in your loop, right? So they'll just watch one video, it'll recommend the next video. So then sometimes videos that you didn't even think were that popular might come back and do really well because you started to build traction. People are starting to watch your videos, and then it recommends this video, and then they're suddenly watching one from a year ago or 2 years ago. And I've seen that with other content creators going, I don't know why this video that I made 2 years ago is suddenly now popping up as one of my top videos, because somehow whatever's changed, it's now relevant and people are now interested in it, right? So it's also the whole point of remembering, even if the content's not new, it doesn't mean it's disappeared. Like, that is the good thing about YouTube, is it's, especially if you keep building your content and you're constantly active in your YouTube, that content will probably come right around to people that, once they find you, are like, wow, this was really good, but they didn't know you when you were first starting out, right? So if that kind of makes sense.
Or they noticed you, and then they like
The video.
there's this term in business called reactivating your audience. And it's the same thing grocery store. Like everybody does it. It's like, hey, you haven't heard from us in a while, and boom, we're back, right?
Here's a
Because
coupon code.
exactly, or flyer, or promote. We're going into fall right now. So what do you see? Back to school, back to work, because people have been ignoring things for 2, 3 months during the summer, and now we're back into the fall. So, you know,
Same idea, right?
it's
Yeah.
it's just reactivation, right? Just keep going forward, keep pushing content out. And today we showed you a tool that will get you, make one video, connect all your social medias, and just get your stuff in front of more audiences that may already know you and just forgot you were around because you haven't been posting regularly. So
Yeah, exactly. Is there any questions or anything before we call it a Saturday morning?
I need more coffee. It's on the coffee machine. Well,
Okay.
thank you for everybody for showing up. Again, next week, same time, same place. Julie will be in
I'll be
Dubai.
in Dubai, but I'm assuming once
You'll
we
be
hit
wide
September,
awake because it'll
I
be
will
5
be.
p.m.
I will be. And I assume once we hit September, it's going to be much more consistent too, because again, we're in August and it's a Saturday in August, right? As we come through the
We
end of the
did it.
year.
We recorded it. So now we can just keep telling people repurpose.
Good job showing up.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next
Bye.
week. Bye.
Bye.